crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zeugles? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it! This one's mine!
Sonic thrust!
Not
This
in
one's
your
all
dreams.
mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Burn in hell! Here I come!
Armor won't save you! Elusive deity!
Flight! There!
No further! Double Demon Fang!
There you go! Don't let up!
Eternal Demon Double Demon Fang! Destruction! Eternal
Raging Cascade!
Here I come! Oh no!
Anything in armor is all
I
mine!
don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't time?
I really don't.
A thrilling performance.
Annihilation! No time!
This one's all mine! Blow away! Burn!
Execution!
Holy by the power of water! It looks like you got this all
Elusive
covered!
Demon Fang!
Burning!
Demon Lash!
Here's a healing arm!
Eagle Ray! Take this!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Eat dirt!
The everlasting
Here I
dark!
come!
Reload!
Nothing
Negative
by
gain.
me!
Dragon Form!
I never miss!
Rending you apart!
Through!
Bloody howling!
Take this!
Let me help.
It's over! This one's all mine!
First aid!
Now stop!
Lightning raging cascade!
everlasting
Gravitas
dark.
steel!
Negative gain!
You want company?
Burn!
Rending you apart!
Mega ray! Lightning
Bloody
orb!
howling!
Alright!
Escape!
No time! Magic
Severing
advance!
Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
Rising
arm!
Wyvern!
First aid!
Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Lunar energy!
Armor won't save you!
Illuminate the
Will this
dark!
help? Take this.
Come forth! Holy glimmer!
Nah!
Healing circle! Illumination now!
This is looking good!
Lightning orb!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Can't sword! Here, let me help!
Can't get out of
Demon
this!
Fang!
aid!
Double
Lightning
Demon
is
Fang!
dead.
This one's
Here
all
is the
mine!
light! Illuminate the dark!
Burn in hell!
Holy glimmer! Holy
No
lamp!
dawn shall break this night!
Glacial
Swallow
Slayer!
blade.
Here's evil! Freeze blade!
Heal!
No heart to being interrupted!
In here! Never miss!
Shattering!
Do it!
Pieces!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help!
Take
Now!
this! River!
Astral energy! energy!
Say no more!
Benediction light.
First aid! What would I do without you?
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
The
enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust!
Ahead. Another incantation ruined.
Flame inside me!
Lightning orb!
Eat dirt!
Raging cascade! Raging cascade! I'll heal you all!
Try harder!
In here! Thanks so much!
Can't get out of this.
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Slash!
Holy Lance! Illuminate the dark! Cover! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lance!
Rising Wyvern!
Don't mind if I do. I'll heal you all. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Blow away! Heal! Demon
Illuminate the dark! I never miss! Holy Glimmer!
Try harder!
Holy Lance!
Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact Frost!
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem.
Burn in hell!
Here's a
Take
healing
this!
orb. Illuminate
Swirl
the
of
dark!
Blade! Prepare to be
More than I can
Laurent!
Demon Lance. Eagle Ray.
Mega Ray!
No further.
Here I come!
Annihilation!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Raging
Good
cascade!
boy! Sword Rain Alpha!
Wire complete!
Raining Slash!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Dance is away! I never miss!
Take this!
Heal.
Lightning orb! Hold on to your art! Here I come!
What real pain feels like? Forgive me.
Illuminate the sun! I'll bring the
That's a bit.
Far enough!
Benediction light.
Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Not done yet! Dragon Swarm!
No more playing nice!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Armor shall break this night.
Why do you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! I'll heal you all!
Rising Wyvern! It's on! Rising
I can't hold
No
on much
further.
longer!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going? Lightning orb!
Swallow Blade!
Raging cascade!
Double Demon
Feel!
Fang!
It's over! Get on in there with the others!
Eternal Devastation!
Benediction light.
Tempest Sword!
Megasonic Thrust!
Raging cascade! Got it! Now let's dance!
Blending Flash! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got!
Well done! You made quick work of them!
I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve, young lady.
I hope to see them sometime!
Try this!
I can carve through armor!
Far enough! Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me help!
This one's all
First
mine!
aid!
Seismic rupture. It's time.
This one's mine! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Ready! Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. Won't retreat, not yet!
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Just watch and learn! That's enough! Go back down! Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
I can feel my precision improving.
Hey, is that it? Over there?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renis Alma, too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Yeah.
Where? Shion? Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own? Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shionne, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shionne!
Elphin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Elphin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shionne, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shionne is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
As if this place wasn't cold enough, it's also pitch black.
Calagli is no walk in the...
Yeah,
Out here,
is it that?
not just... I couldn't
It's pretty... Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
Sorry if I'm a bit restless during the night. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Hey, Alphen. You mind if we take a bit of a detour?
It's fine by me, but what for?
Rinwell says there's a phantom flower that grows around here.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Damn it!
Not
I'm only getting
Your blade moves like
Where are
silk.
you
I
going?
just let my instincts... How fascinating.
As impressive as always. Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Look out!
What the hell is that? Hey! You want a piece of me?
Stay calm, Law. It's coming for us.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry. I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Rising Wyvern! Shield from calamity!
The flashing part's their weak point.
Eat dirt!
Lightning Kazam! Thunderblade! Illuminate Magic Kazam!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Okay, here I go! Mirage! Thanks!
Sorry,
Lightning Orb!
Take this!
Dance in the wind! In here!
Dragon Swarm!
Let the marksman handle this.
Benediction light.
Rising Wyvern!
Wind after light!
Where are you going?
Luna Rondo! You're mine!
In a vine?
Steel Force! Dance in the wind! It requires a
Demon
big
Blast!
ball!
Thank you.
Leave the charges to me.
Eternal Devastation! Right, this one's all mine!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
On your knees.
Eat dirt!
Healing circle! Illuminate magic!
Rising Wyvern!
Holy
No
Light!
escape!
Don't mind if I do.
Dragon
Now!
Swarm! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Excited! One more!
What did I tell you? Don't get in our way!
Eternal Devastation!
Outstanding form! Glacial Spear! Watch out! It's changing its attack!
This should do it! I could do without this pain!
Reflect. Forgive me. This is my fault.
I'll bring you back from death.
I'm in your debt.
I can carve through armor! Lightning raging cascade! Ready to go! Let me help! This one's mine! I'm...
Far enough.
sorry! Hear me! Flame of Sharon!
I'll
Demon
face you.
Fang! Double Demon Fang!
That's a bit!
Swallow Blade!
Resuscitation! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Kiss on!
Air thrust!
They smite with
Can't be happening!
I couldn't make it in time.
Execution!
Negative gate. You require a hand. In a vine?
You got company! Photon, illuminate
From
the
beyond,
dark.
imbue this
Holy
vanquished
quiver.
soul with
Close
life.
one.
Resuscitation.
Violent darting wind.
No arts are being interrupted.
No done yet!
Flame.
Take it!
In the wind.
Rupture!
Air thrust.
Forgive me.
Art expert coming through.
This one's all mine! Dragon!
Raging cascade.
Burn in hell!
Sealed. This'll come in handy.
Shockwave Flash! Demon Fang!
Wind astrolatic. All right.
Eternal Devastation!
I'm sorry.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry. I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Annihilation. Don't mind if I do.
Aim for the weak spot!
See what I can do.
Eagle Ray.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Demon Fang! Ignite!
Here, let me help.
Barrier!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Soaring Light Spear!
No dawn shall break
Dragon
this
Swarm!
That'll bring you down.
Now or never! Demon Fang!
No further.
I could do without this pain!
Armor won't save you.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! What did I tell you? Don't get in our way.
Ignite!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
What the? Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack! Hold on to your art.
Death shall not
I owe
be
you,
forgotten.
Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
It's in your hands now.
You'll pay for that!
Lightning
Demon
and
Fang!
healing
Double
circle.
Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark.
Destruction!
Holy
Shattering the...
Here's a healing
Armor won't save you!
My pride is my downfall.
Now I can let them... No escape!
You're being targeted!
Raging Sword. Here's evil. Celestial hammer. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Nothing gets by me!
Violent darting wind. Forward on now through all. Crossblade. Dance in the wind.
I hope this
Sleep
medicine
now.
works.
You're mine!
Get on there
Rising
with you.
Wyvern!
If it's in the sky, it's
You're
mine. Lightning
Rising
cascade my
Death's
way.
abyss.
Lightning condemned. Thunder.
Rising Wyvern.
Illuminate the dark. I'll heal
Rising-
all.
Is this
Holy
it?
land.
I couldn't make it in time.
Healing circle.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished. Don't get carried
Arch
away.
shield. Back not in your dreams.
Take
By the
that!
power of war.
I can carve through armor!
Heal.
What would I do without
Demon
you?
Fang.
Lightning.
Is this it?
Sleep now. Take
Forgive me.
Searing flame. Reload.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Ready to
I'll
go!
bring you back from death's abyss.
Far enough!
Here, let me
I
help.
owe you one.
First aid!
Crush this!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Radiant
No, the witches. Can't end here!
Forgive me.
Grind and rend.
This is my fault.
Lunar blast.
Reflect
Back
on
into
thy
the fray.
sins. They smite with blackened blade.
Lunar corruption.
Execution. Scream, bathed in
Lunar
blood.
corruption.
Rending bloody
General
hollow.
Aqua.
I won't give up.
Crescent slash. Reflect on thy sins. They smite with blackened blade. Watch yourself. I sense
Nothing
incredible
gets by
power.
me!
Elusive deity. Everlasting dark. It's in your hands now.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Mega
Legendaria.
Raging cascade. Go for the weak point. Arch requires complete laser. Here's evil. Raging sword.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Take this.
Lightning orb.
Rising Falcon.
Raging cascade. Confiscated. Back into the fray.
It's on! Rising
Wind
Falcon!
Astral Layer. Lightning condemned.
Eat
You're
this!
wrong. Illuminate Magic Kazam. I never miss. Holy land.
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon!
Searing flame. Reload.
Slash.
Lightning condemned.
Take fire!
Illuminate Astral. Come forth. Here's a healing
That
orb.
should do it!
First aid.
Seismic rupture. Captivity.
Now you see what I can do!
Gemini Wind Astral Energy. Illuminate the sun. Come forth. Holy land.
Wind!
By the power of water.
Rising Falcon!
Stopped up. Tempest Swirl. Swirl
There.
of light.
I could do without this pain.
Let me help.
Double Demon Fang!
Do it.
Remote!
Astral Energy.
Say no more!
What did I tell you? Don't get in our way!
Raging Cascade. By the power of water.
Flame and Dark is yours to be let free!
What the? Flame?
Watch out. It's changing its attack. Annihilate.
Dazzle! Rising Falcon!
Raging Cascade. Pierce evil.
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind.
Burn!
Feel. Get on in there with the
Death's
others.
abyss.
Here I come!
Magic Kazam. Crossblade.
Double Demon Fang!
Can't move. I do.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
I'll bring you
Raging
back from
storm.
death's abyss.
Celestial hammer. Ice prison.
Execution.
Not done yet!
Lunar corruption.
By the power
Take
of
this!
water.
Demon Fang!
Shining
Double
Saber
Dark!
Shadows.
No.
Can't end here!
Elusive deity. No further.
Bring you
Lightning
back from
Raging
death's abyss.
Cascade.
My
Close
reach
one,
is even
never
wider.
miss. Oh, violent darting wind. Carve now through all.
I can carve through all!
Lunar drought.
Benediction
More
light.
than pile. I'll whirling things on the last.
I couldn't make it in time.
We finally made it.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that! You're going to jinx us!
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shionne's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Dahnans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shionne? You seem a little different.
Different?
Something...
No,
You mean...
I am as doesn't that...
Well, it is, but I can't...
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. Come back and...
Hey, Al-
Hey!
What's got...
Only that.
Hey! I just...
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed.
Well, maybe you're...
Guys,
Oh,
Hard to argue.
you okay?
Actually,
Glad to... Not to bite...
I was just...
It's a...
Oh, you... Alphen?
No, I... Naori...
So,
Yes.
that's
What do you...
with the amount Alphen,
Of course.
even in... I'll always... The world's... If I've learned... And the one...
Well...
I know.
Kisara...
Probably...
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched, helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shionne. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it, the true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this together.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Dahnan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being